It's time for high school basketball on Power 106.3. Now let's head to the court for all the action on Power 106.3.
You are listening live to South Dakota High School basketball on Power 106.3. We are here at the Summit Arena at the Monument in Rapid City, South Dakota for the State A Boys Basketball Tournament. 3 games down, 1 game to go here on this quarterfinal Thursday. Earlier today, it was Sioux Falls Christian who got the win over St. Thomas More, 82-59. Then Hamlin beat Groton area 65-61. You heard that here on Power 106.3 a few hours ago, and that was quite the nail biter. It'll be Hamlin moving on to the semifinal over Groton area. A few moments ago, Cheyenne Eagle Butte got the big win over, or West Central rather, got the big win over Cheyenne Eagle Butte by a score of 75-41 to move on to the semifinal. And that takes us to the final game of the day today between number 3 Clark Willow Lake and number 6 Stanley County. Good evening, everyone. I'm Micah Warrington. I'll be taking you through the play-by-play action here this evening. You are listening to the Country Road Barn pregame show on Power 106.3, and this is going to be a heck of a basketball game. Clark Willow Lake, they come into this contest 20-2, as does Stanley County. Both teams only 2 losses on the year. And as for both of these teams, how did they get here to the state tournament? Well, I'm about to tell you. Clark Willow Lake, they got the number 1 seed in Region 2A, and they beat Elkton Lake Benton 93-35 in the region tournament, and then in their Sodak 16 game beat McCook Central Montrose 77-41. As for Stanley County, the Buffaloes, they beat Chamberlain 69-52 in their region tournament game, and then in the Sodak 16 beat Flandreau 54-45 to get here to the state tournament. Stanley County, they are making their first state tournament appearance since 1997. It has been nearly 30 years since they have appeared at a state boys basketball tournament. As for Clark Willow Lake, they're making their 2nd straight appearance and 7th overall since joining with Willow Lake, since Clark and Willow Lake both conjoined schools for sports. Back in 2019, they were champions in Class B, and then last year they finished 8th place at the state tournament, going 0-3 last year down in Sioux Falls, but really looking to improve upon that this season as they take on the Stanley County Buffaloes here this evening. You know, Stanley County, I mentioned this is their first trip since 1997. It's only their 3rd trip to the state tournament in school history, so it's safe to say that this is maybe the biggest game Stanley County has played in 29 years, 30 years. This is quite the moment for Stanley County, for the school, for everyone involved in the community. You can tell they brought a very big crowd here to Rapid City for the state tournament. This means a lot to them, as you could probably imagine. But how does Stanley County get it done? Their 20-2 record? Well, Eddie Duffy and Paxton Deal are the real deal when it comes to Stanley County Buffalo basketball. Duffy, he's averaging 19.7 points per game. Deal, he's averaging 16, and they are volume players for the Buffalo. Very good at getting to where they want on the court. Going to shoot a lot of three-pointers. Each of them shoot about 7 3-pointers a night, so they're going to get up shots from behind the three-point line. Eddie Duffy and Paxton Deal. And if they get hot from downtown, well, that could be what not only keeps Stanley County in the game, but gets them the win here tonight in what would be a pretty big upset, I think. Tegan Breitag, he's a solid player for them as well. He's averaging 9 points per game and 6 rebounds. A solid player down low for the Buffaloes. And defensively, Stanley County is going to be playing a 2-3 zone all game long. They want to make teams live and die from 3 with that zone. That's not a bad strategy against Clark Willow Lake. We'll talk a little bit about it later, but Clark Willow Lake, not the best three-point shooting team in the tournament. A team that only shoots about 26% from 3 as a team. So making Clark Willow Lake let it fly from downtown, not always the worst decision in the world if you're going to play defense against the Cyclones. And Stanley County is also a team that they're going to play 9 guys in the rotation, which is not common this time of year. They're just going to find a lineup that works for them, test a lot of things out, especially early in the game, see who's got it going in the early parts of the game. And Clark Willow Lake, they're going to have to be prepared for their matchups defensively so they don't have any miscommunications on who's guarding who and whatnot. Got to keep up with the substitutions that Stanley County is going to be throwing at them all game long. Now let's flip sides over to the Cyclones. I mentioned they're making their second straight state tournament appearance, 7th total since combining Clark and Willow Lake. I mentioned Class B state champions in 2019. Last year it finished 8th place. And last year was a year where it felt like Clark Willow Lake was, it was an accomplishment to get to the state tournament. Now this year, the roles are a bit reversed. They're here now. They're for the second year in a row. Now it's time to start winning some basketball games at the state tournament. They've got their eyes set on a state championship. The 20-2 record that Clark Willow Lake has, their only 2 losses have come to the top 2 teams in the class, in Sioux Falls Christian and West Central, who both have already advanced to the semifinals tomorrow night. So Clark Willow Lake, if they were to win, they will await a rematch with West Central, a team that they had played already earlier this year, like I mentioned, already losing to them earlier in the year. Clark Willow Lake, a team with a lot of talent across the board. They have 4 players averaging at least 10 points per game this season, including the spectacular Sully Felberg, who's averaging 16 points, and Chris Beavers is averaging 15 points right behind his teammate. And let's talk about Sully. He's just a sophomore, but he has emerged as one of the state's top talents. He's being looked at from across the state to play college basketball at some of the more prestigious schools here in the state, South Dakota State being one of them. So, Sully Felberg here on the biggest stage as a sophomore, got to show what you can do. He's been able to play more inside this year than what he did a season ago, just a switch up of strategy from what Clark Willow Lake did a season ago, and it has worked out for him. He's averaging more points per game this year, getting a lot of rebounds, grabbing 7 rebounds a game, and he's passing the ball very well as well, with 3 assists per game on his stat line. He's been very good all season long, and he's going to have to continue to play well if Clark Willow Lake wants to play for that state championship that they so desire to. This has been a year. Clark Willow Lake has been a very strong first half team this year. They've scored 402 points in the first quarter, 380 in the second, and then 371 in the third quarter. Or, in other words, they've been getting out to big leads early, maintaining those leads as long as the starters and other rotational players are in there, and blowing teams out. They have been tremendous, scoring 65 points per game, only giving up 38 points per game, and they have just been mauling teams all season long. It's got a lot to do with their size. In their starting lineup, 5 players are at least 6 foot 3 inches tall or taller. They're long, they're athletic, and that combination makes for a pretty darn good basketball team. You're listening to the Country Road Barn pregame show on Power 106.3. I'm Micah Warrington. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you your starters, get you ready for tip-off here inside the Summit Arena at the Monument in Rapid City, South Dakota. You're listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament on Power 106.3.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
What are you doing out there?
Come on!
I saw you at the game the other night. Yeah, you. Up there getting mad, acting like we're all out there making $1 million a game. Well, let me be real with you. This isn't the pros. It's school sports, and it's a game, our game. So please, let us play.
School sports fans, remember, when you cheer for your team, make noise for the right reasons. This message presented by the NFHS and the NIAAA.
And all student athletes in South Dakota.
AGI Westfield has been making augers since 1951 and has become a leader in the industry, continuing to create innovative products with the help and feedback of farmers. AGI's Westfield has one goal in mind: to make the best augers available. From the parts to the finished product, countless hours of research and development are put into creating an auger you can rely on. AGI Westfield is focused on making your job easier. Contact Westside Implement in Clark, South Dakota for more information today.
When the job calls for moving earth and getting a site ready the right way, call Clausen Construction. Clausen Construction specializes in mass excavation, demolition, small site prep, and dependable gravel hauling services to keep your project moving forward. From large-scale groundwork to smaller jobs that need done right, Clausen Construction has the equipment and the experience to handle it, and they're proud to support the Cyclones in the State A High School Basketball Tournament. Good luck, Cyclones, from Clausen Construction of Clark and Watertown.
My mom saved heroes thousands.
Our mom, Jody Fiedler, has given thousands of dollars to local heroes using the Homes for Heroes program.
If you're in the military, a veteran, teacher, police officer, firefighter, or in the medical profession, you will save money when buying or selling your home.
Call Jody Fiedler at Main Street Melody 881-5585.
Call my mommy today.
Jody, Fiedler, Watertown's, Realtor.
Back on the Country Road Barn pregame show on Power 106.3. I'm Micah Warrington. We are about ready for tip-off in our quarterfinal game of the day today between number 3 Clark Willow Lake and number 6 Stanley County. And we had the national anthem before the first game of the session, so there will be no national anthem during our broadcast today. But if we did have a national anthem, it would have been brought to you by Evolution Power Sports. So thank you to Evolution Power Sports for being our national anthem sponsor, not just tonight, but all season long. Let's go through the starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the Stanley County Buffaloes, and starting lineups tonight are brought to you by Dave Haler Automotive. For the Buffaloes, they're going to go like this. At a guard, 5'8" senior, number 4, Brennan Bothwell. At a forward, 6'2" junior, number 5, Eddie Duffy. At a guard, 6' senior, number 11, Paxton Deal. At a forward, 6'4" senior, number 24, Tegan Breitag. And at center, 6'8" senior, number 40, Trevor Caldwell. That is the starting lineup for the Stanley County Buffaloes. And now the starting lineup for the Clark Willow Lake Cyclones. They're going to go like this. At a guard, 6'4" senior, number 3, Emerson Larson. At a guard, 6'3" junior, number 5, Chris Beavers. At a forward, 5'11" junior, number 21, Jacob Steen. At forward, 6'6" junior, number 25, Bo Begeman. And at forward, 6'8" sophomore, number 33, Sully Felberg. That is the starting lineup for the Clark Willow Lake Cyclones, brought to you by our friends at Dave Haler Automotive. Now let's talk about some keys to the game. Keys to the game today are brought to you by Riddles Glass. Thank you to Riddles Glass for being our Keys to the Game sponsor here this evening for tonight's contest. Keys to the game for Stanley County. It is going to be relentless. You're the smaller team, Clark Willow Lake. They're a very good rebounding team, but you're going to have to keep crashing the glass. Try to get yourself extra possessions on offense. Try to get on defense, hold them to one-and-done possessions, or try and get turnovers, create turnovers, get steals, create transition opportunities for yourself. You're going to have to be relentless on both ends of the court tonight. because Clark Willow Lake, they're a team that's going to start out fast. They've been starting out fast all season long. You got to imagine they're going to start out fast here tonight. So if Stanley County can just weather the storm a little bit, and then as the game goes along, just keep chipping away. Be relentless is going to be the key to the game for the Stanley County Buffaloes. As for Clark Willow Lake, their key to the game, control the game early and often. It's something that they've been doing all season long. I mentioned they're scoring over 400 points in the first quarter, 380 in the second, 371 in the third. They're a team that's going to put up a lot of points, and if you're able to get out to a big lead, we've seen it in a couple of the games today between Sioux Falls Christian and St. Thomas More, and then a few moments ago, Cheyenne Eagle Butte, where if the team gets out to a big lead early, it is very difficult to come back and you just control the game. We saw it a lot last week at the state girls tournament as well, where the teams that got out to a lead, 10, 12, 15-point leads, a lot of times ended up winning the game because it's so difficult to come back at the state tournament. So if Clark Willow Lake is able to control the game early and often and is able to just play the way that they've been playing all season long, Clark Willow Lake is going to find themselves in the semifinal tomorrow evening against West Central. So that is my keys to the game, brought to you by our friends at Riddle's Glass. Thank you to Riddle's Glass for being our keys to the game spot evening. Coach Nesham is looking for win number 473 tonight. He is currently 19th all-time in the state of South Dakota. He is one of the state's very best coaches. And you look across the board here at the state tournament, there are a State A basketball tournament. You've got Dave Hollenbeck, who just got his 553rd win. You've got Mike Schotten of Sioux Falls, who is nearing that 500-win threshold. Coach Nesham, of course, with his 472 wins. Greg Kelson of Groton area, he's got over 340 wins. Coach Neuendorf from Hamlin, he's got over 330 wins. So there are some big names in the basketball tournament, and Coach Nesham being one of them for Clark. His free throw up and good makes it 4-0 Buffaloes to start the game. Left side, that's going to be Steen. He'll dribble towards the right wing. Steen swings it into Beavers. Beavers pull-up jumper off the window, gets it to fall. Nice answer there by Chris Beavers. Makes it Beavers 4-2 here on the Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic scoreboard. Top of the key, here's Eddie Duffy. Swings it into the corner. Three-point shot again. It's good! Paxton Deal 2 for 2 to start the night from downtown. He's got 7 early points. Here was 6:45 to play in the first quarter. We're just a minute and 15 seconds in, and Paxton Deal's already got 7 points. Into the corner, that's Begeman. Feeds Fellberg at the mid-post. His shot is up, no good. Rebound controlled by the Buffaloes. Here comes Eddie Duffy quickly back the other way. Right now, Duffy spins into the lane, kicks it back out to the left side. That's going to be Brennan Bothwell, who feeds the post with Breitag. Back to Bothwell. He drives, gets underneath the hoop, feeds Breitag underneath. Breitag, one dribble, goes up, and travel is going to be called. And makes it, that'll be a turnover back to the Cyclones. So a 5-point lead for Stanley County here in the early parts of the game. Just 2 minutes in. Here's Beavers. Top of the key, gets a screen, floats one into the lane, no good. Rebound is going to be controlled by the Buffaloes. Good defense there by Stanley County. Here's Eddie Duffy, hands it out with Paxton Deal. Deal near midcourt, guarded by Larson, gets a screen from Breitag. Now we'll dish off to Duffy on the right wing. Duffy, averaging nearly 20 a game, got it poked away into the backcourt. Larson almost got a steal, but Duffy able to regain control and find a little space on the right side. He pulls up and scores. That makes it 9-2, and Eddie Duffy's got his first bucket of the night. These two, between Eddie Duffy and Paxton Deal, they are the real deal. If they have any sort of open space, they have the ability to knock down some long three-point shots. Here's a skip pass over to the right wing. That's Emerson Larson's. He's going to try his luck at three. No good. Rebound controlled by the Buffaloes. Back the other way. That was Paxton Deal getting into the lane, and that's going to be stolen away. Begeman to Larson, and he scores! Nice fast break there by Clark Willow Lake as Bo Begeman was running the break. Here's Breitag, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound by Felberg, and Felberg is going to bring it up the court. He'll dish off to Begeman, left wing. He'll drive baseline, and a foul's going to be called as Begeman was nearing the lane. That foul's going to go against Tegan Breitag. That's going to be Breitag's first, team one, and that'll get us to the media timeout. 9-4 your score. Stanley County in front of Clark Willow Lake. 4:43 left to play first quarter. You're listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament on Power 106.3.
Dakota Butcher is cheering loud for the Clark Willow Lake Cyclones as they charge into the South Dakota Class A Boys Basketball State Tournament. Whether you're heading to the games, hosting a victory party, or watching from home with a house full of Cyclone fans, Dakota Butcher has you covered with premium cuts, game day snacks, and everything you need to feed your crew. From our team to yours, best of luck Cyclones. Dakota Butcher is proud to cheer you on at State.
Anytime is a good time for breakfast at Page's Place. Breakfast served all day. Enjoy a full menu, evening specials, Page's homemade breads, desserts, sauces, dips, and soups. Treat the whole family with dine-in, carry-out, curbside, and DoorDash options. You'll receive the best service in town at Page's Place. Page and his staff proudly support youth sports and wish all area athletes a successful season. Visit Page's Place Cafe and Grill across from McKinley Park in Watertown or follow on Facebook.
Back inside the automatic transmission and gear broadcast booth, it'll be Cyclone basketball out of the timeout. They trail Stanley County 9-4 with 4:40 left to play in this first quarter. Top of the key, Begeman dishes off to Felberg, left wing. Shot is up, no good. Rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds by Steen, so it'll go back to Stanley County the other way. This first quarter tonight is brought to you by Mainstream Realty. Thank you to Mainstream Realty for being our first quarter sponsor here this evening. Clark Willow Lake in their home white uniforms with green lettering. As here's a three-pointer from the corner. That was Eddie Duffy. His three-pointer no good. And Begeman dove on the floor to get to that rebound. And as he did, he shifted from a hip to his buttocks, and that is going to be a traveling violation. It'll stay with the Buffaloes. Underneath, out of bounds. Inbound goes to Duffy. Deep three-pointer. Left it short. Rebound is tipped around. Controlled by Deal. Paxton Deal gets it off to Duffy. He's going to drive into the lane. Floater with the left hand. No good. Battle for the rebound is going to be won by Beavers. And Beavers is going to... they're going to say he was on the sideline, I think. Either he was on the sideline or it's a travel. Either way, it'll be Stanley County basketball. They are not resetting the shot clock, so I'm going to guess that Chris Beavers was stepping on the sideline as he was touching the basketball. That's number one, Weston Prince into the game, a 5'11 senior for Stanley County. Dish it off to Duffy. Eddie Duffy working against Emerson Larson. He'll fake the handoff, get inside the three-point line. Now pass back out to Prince. Prince, right side, tries to get to the block. Passes out to Breitag. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound by Beavers. And the Cyclones are coming back the other way. There's a pass up ahead. Nice job by Felberg to catch it. His layup left it short. Rebound controlled by Stanley County. 9-4 still your score on the Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic scoreboard. Here's Deal. Out, three-point jumper on the way, no good. Long rebound is going to be tipped down, but it's won by Prince. Prince driving his pass, deflected and stolen away. Chris Beavers got his hand in there for the Cyclones, and it'll be Clark Willow Lake basketball back the other way, going from left to right on your radio dial. Here's Felberg, mid-range jumper, no good, and the shot's actually going to go over the top of the backboard, so it'll be out of bounds back to Stanley County. Jack Deal into the game for the Buffaloes, as is Carson Bourne, and turning is Trevor Caldwell. We mentioned Stanley County, they'll play 9 guys in their rotation. They look to find a lineup that's going to work for them. Coach Fletcher said that something that he just started doing midway through the season, and it seemed to work out. He's got a 20-2 record on the season, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Top of the key, here's Jack Deal. He's going to drive towards the right corner, get cut off by Joey Reese, who just checked into the ball game a moment ago. He'll dish off with Bourne, and Bourne goes up and scores against Begeman. Begeman didn't want to pick up a foul, it looked like. Was a bit out of position, and Bourne was to 4. Beavers trying to thread the needle into Begeman. It's deflected back out to Beavers. Beavers skip pass over to Reese on the right wing. Now to Larson, top of the key. Back to Beavers left wing. He lets it fly for 3. Off the iron, no good. Long rebound won by Larson. Top of the key. It's Beavers. He'll dish over to Reese on the right side, working against this 2-3 zone. Skip pass to Larson, now to Begeman, and Begeman's baseline floater is up and good. Makes it 11-6 on the Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic scoreboard. So right now, Clark Willow Lake having to be patient on offense. Here's Eddie Duffy coming off a high ball screen, gets to the left wing and scores from inside the three-point line. Eddie Duffy is up to 4 points on the night. It's 13-6 Buffaloes. Stanley County off to a pass from Joey Reese as Begeman had his man buried, and Begeman is able to score. Makes it 13-8. Back-to-back buckets for Bo Begeman. He's up to 4 on the day. Eddie Duffy, left wing, guarded by Larson. Emerson Larson getting to draw that tough matchup. That is Eddie Duffy. Now it's Bourne, top of the key, guarded by Joey Reese. Right side, here's Jack Deal. He'll dribble around the arc. Guarded by Bo Begeman. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Paxton Deal, top of the key. Gets a screen to Eddie Duffy. His three-point shot no good. He left it well short. He was well beyond the NBA three-point line as the shot clock was running down. He just had to get it up, and good defense there by Clark Willow Lake. And that'll be a shot clock violation. It'll be Cyclone basketball. Miles Olson into the game for Clark Willow Lake, as is Jacob Steen. Joey Reese and Bo Begeman will both take seats. Left side, here's Chris Beavers. He's going to drive into the lane, go up, and he gets fouled. Oh, Chris Beavers, but there he gets to the free throw line. He'll get to shoot a pair. That foul is going to go against Trevor Caldwell. That's going to be his first, team 2. Not many fouls here in this first quarter, just 2 on Stanley County, 1 on Clark Willow Lake. First free throw from Beavers, left it short. Begeman back into the game. Olson will take a seat. And just a quick breather there for Begeman. So the starters out there for Clark Willow Lake. Second free throw from Beavers. That time he gets it to fall. Makes it 13 in the quarter. Stanley County can hold for the final shot. Jack Deal will bring it up for the Buffaloes. 20 seconds left. Deal dribbling out the clock a little bit near midcourt. Guarded by Steen. Deal trying to get it over to Paxton. Now he'll switch hands over to the left. Now hand it off with Paxton near midcourt. And offensive foul being made. Jack Deal tried to set a screen at the same time, and they caught a piece of Chris Beavers, and that is going to be an offensive foul on Jack Deal. That'll be his first, team 3. And now Clark Willow Lake will have a chance to shoot the final shot. Emerson Larson to Beavers, right side. Comes off a ball screen, steps back, skips it to Steen. He lets it fly for 3. Good. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. 13-9 your score. Stanley County in front of Clark Willow Lake. as we head to the second here on Power 106.3.
Tony's Electric in Willow Lake Ranch, new and existing residential, commercial, industrial, and everything in between. From a simple outlet addition to courtside worthy lighting, Tony's is the team you can rely on. Don't foul out messing around with amateurs. Choose Tony's Electric for a game-winning wiring plan. Tony's Electric in Willow Lake, 605-680-4884.
From everyone at Wordle Concrete Construction in Clark, best of luck to the Clark Willow Lake Cyclone boys as you take to the court at the State A basketball tournament. Your hard work, teamwork, and determination have made your community proud. Play tough, stay focused, and leave it all on the floor. Communities are cheering you on every step of the way. Go Cyclones and bring home a big win at State. Wordle Concrete Construction is proud of you all.
Bank and Watertown. Second quarter tonight is brought to you by Brian's Glass. Thank you to Brian's Glass for being our second quarter sponsor here this evening. It'll be Stanley County basketball leading Clark Willow Lake 13-9. Paxton Deal will set things up for the Buffaloes. He got off to 7 early points, has not scored since the 6.5-minute mark in that first quarter. But, you know, he's a guy who can light it up offensively. Here's Eddie Duffy. Gets it poked away from Jacob Steen. Picked up by Larson, and Larson lays it up and in. Textbook there from Clark Willow Lake, something we've seen from them all season long. Defense turning into offense, and it's 13-11, 30 seconds into this second quarter. Right side. That's going to be Brennan Bothwell. He gets into the lane, spinning around, somehow finds a crease to Breitag. Breitag spinning around. He's going to flow. Offensive rebound, blocked away. Rebound still being fought for, and it is won by Hofteaser. Now Buffalo's swinging around the arc. It's stolen by Beavers. He dishes off to Larson. Tied at 13. So back-to-back possessions where defense turns into offense for Clark Willow Lake. And now we're tied at 13. 6:49 left to play, second quarter. Here is Zeddy Duffy. He's going to back out towards the three-point line. Top of the key, gets a screen from Breitag. Breitag now has it at the free throw line. Drives towards the right block. Tries to float one up against Felberg. Hard to get it over that 6'8 frame. He left it short. Rebound controlled by the Cyclones. Beavers gets his to Begman. Begman feeds Felberg in the post. Felberg looking for his first points of the night. His shot no good, but guess who? Emerson Larson able to tip it back in, and it's 15-13 Cyclones. Paxton Deal's going to set things up for the Buffaloes. He'll dish over to the left wing. That's Bothwell. Bothwell going to Larson. Emerson Larson with the help side defense is able to get over there and send Bothwell's shot into the bleachers. If there were any on that side of the court, that is. And it's 15-13 still. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Eddie Duffy, top of the key. Good 3-minute stretch to start this quarter. Breitag in the post, working a move against Begeman. Breitag picks up his dribble, fades, and draws the foul. He was looking for a little bit of space. He was able to pump once, twice, and finally got Begeman to bite on the third fake. And Begeman's going to be charged with the foul, his first, team one. And it'll be 2 free throws on the way for Breitag after, looks like Breitag has got some blood problems. Maybe a bloody nose, I don't know. He's going over to the trainer there by his bench. They've put. Now he's going to talk to the official, and the official going to ask. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, to be honest with you. If they're going to sub Breitag out or what they're going to do. And So they already sent the substitute to the scorer's table. Breitag turned around after he got the nose to clean up some blood, and the official turned around to Breitag, said, nope, the substitution has already been made. Breitag's going to go to the bench, and now after the free throws are shot, he'll get the substitute to shoot the free throws for the Buffaloes. His first free throw up and good. So that's a very unique situation that you don't see very often, where a player has to come out due to injury or blood timeout like we just saw, and the player that has to shoot the free throws is the player that's substituted in for the injured or bloody. Deal is up no good, so he only goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe on that trip. And it's 15-14 on the Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic scoreboard. Right side, here is Sully Felberg swinging the ball around the arc. Beavers open for 3, left wing, left it short. Rebound controlled by Begeman. He goes back up, can't get it to go. Steen, second chance, no good. Begeman, his shot. And 1. There's about 4 offensive rebounds for the Cyclones on that possession, and Sully Felberg finally said enough's enough. Extra, as that foul is going to be against Caldwell. That's going to be the second on Caldwell. So the biggest player that Stanley County has to offer in 6'8", Trevor Caldwell, is now going to be playing with 2 fouls. And now he's actually going to check out of the game. So a smaller lineup in there for Stanley County, as 6'4" senior T for the Buffaloes. Carson Bourne at 6'1", Eddie Duffy at 6'2", Paxton Deal at 6 foot out there, as well as Weston Prince at 5'11". As Sully Felberg knocks down the free throw to convert on the 3-point play. Cyclones up by 4. It's 18-14. 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Spins at the top of the key, drives towards the left side, and his shot's going to be rejected. And that'll get us to the media timeout. 18-14 your score. 4 left to play, second quarter. You're listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament on Power 106.3.
From Friday night lights to packed gyms and roaring crowds, high school sports brings our community together in the best way. At Riddle's Glass in Watertown, they're proud to support all our area schools, athletes, and coaches. Your hard work, dedication, and teamwork inspire us every day. Whether of the game, we're cheering you on. Here's to a season filled with sportsmanship, effort, and hometown pride. Riddle's Glass in Watertown, a proud supporter of our area athletes.
Wishart Insurance, your insurance family, congratulates the Clark Willow Lake Cyclones on earning a spot in the state tournament. Your hard work, dedication, and team spirit have brought you this far, and we couldn't be more proud. Good luck as you take the court. Our entire community is cheering you on. Go Cyclones!
Out of the active heating timeout, it'll be Stanley County basketball. They'll have an underneath out of bounds on the hoop. Just 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Clark Willow Lake still in front, 18-14, as we're just under 5 minutes to play in the. It'll be Paxton Deal to inbound, looking for somewhere to go. Finally gets it into Breitag near the mid post. He'll dish out to Bourne. Bourne feeds it to Duffy, left corner. Duffy gonna shot fake drive, pull up jumper from the mid range, no good. Begeman comes down with the rebound for Clark Willow Lake. Pass up ahead to Felberg. Felberg trying to drive inside, lost the handle of it. Now his pass stolen away, trying to get it up top to Beavers, and Beavers trying to get in front of Carson Bourne to poke it away, is going to pick up a foul. That's going to be the second on Beavers, second team foul on Clark Willow Lake. As Jacob Steen returns for the Cyclones, Joey Reese will take a seat. So Beavers out there playing with those 2 personal fouls, only player in foul trouble for the Cyclones so far. Here's Breitag on the left elbow. Hands off with Duffy, top of the key. Duffy dribbling towards the left wing. Guarded defense there by Felberg. Dish off to Bourne. Bourne comes off a ball screen, loses the handle of it. Able to get it before it goes out of bounds. Passes off to Deal. Paxton Deal driving into the right side. Shot no good. Battle for the board. It is still tipped around. Won by Bourne. His shot no good. And we're going to have a foul called as Emerson Larson swiped at the basketball. He is going to pick up the foul. That's going to be his first. And are they going to say they are? That's going to be 2 free throws for Carson Bourne. I didn't think Bourne was in the act of shooting, but the official thought he was. Free throws for Carson Bourne. First free throw up and good. Makes it 18-15 as back into the game it's Brennan Bothwell for the Buffaloes. Second quarter, 18-15 your score. 1 free throw on the way from Carson Bourne. It is up and can't get that one. All rebound by Jacob Steen. So Clark Willow Lake looks to extend their lead as we cross the halfway mark in this second quarter. Larson gets a screen from Felberg. Larson lost the handle of it, and on the floor, that's Brennan Bothwell, and Bothwell's going to call a timeout. What a defensive play there by Brennan Bothwell. This is an active heating timeout. 18-15 your score, 3:45 left to play second quarter. You're listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament on Power 106.3.
Sharp Automotive in Watertown is proud to cheer on all our local high school athletes this season. From the opening whistle to the final buzzer, they admire your dedication, teamwork, and drive for success. Sharp Automotive delivers reliability and performance with their wide selection of new and used vehicles. Stop by today to let their friendly team help you find the perfect ride. Good luck, athletes. Keep pushing, keep shining, keep winning.
Back inside the automatic transmission booth, it'll be Buffalo basketball out of the timeout, trailing 18-15 to Clark Willow Lake. Clark Willow Lake has weathered the storm early on, but both teams have gone into some scoring droughts. 9 points for Clark Willow Lake here in the second, only 2 for Stanley County. Clark Willow Lake only scored 9 points all of the first quarter. Here's a 3-point Duffy, his shot no good. Offensive rebound by Breitag. He tried to go back up, but Sully Felberg said not today as he rejects it into the stands, into his own bench. And Bo Beggerman trying to save it before it got out of the bench, but he gets back up. He's okay. .331 left to play in this first half. Score. Both teams trying to settle in offensively. Left side, here's Eddie Duffy in the corner. Dribbling up the arc, guarded by Emerson Larson, who's had a good game so far with 8 points and a number of defensive plays as well. Shot from Duffy, no good. Offensive rebound by Bourne, and Bourne gets fouled as he tries to pass out. Well, right now, the offensive rebounding is starting to be giving up 7 offensive rebounds to Stanley County. Clark Willow Lake has 5 of their own, but right now the Buffaloes winning on the boards. Eddie Duffy trying to get it to Breitag, but Sully Felberg there to knock it out of bounds. It'll now be a side out of bounds for Stanley. Go to Paxton Deal and Steen kind of met at the high point of the basketball. No foul is called, maybe could have been one. We play on. Here is Deal, top of the key, guarded by Steen. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Right side. It's Bothwell. Bothwell, shot fake, gonna drive towards the left block, spin, gets it out to Bourne. He'll shot fake, drive, spin. Fakes it out to Bothwell. Bothwell, left corner, drives, floats one up, no good, but a foul's gonna be called. And that's gonna go against Sully Felberg, his first, team 4. And now we're seeing that become or team 5 rather. And we've seen that become a bit of an issue now for Clark Willow Lake as they want to get all of these block shots, and they've had good success blocking 3 shots already, as now we have a timeout on the floor. This is an active heating timeout. 18-15 your score, 2:42 left to play. Second South Dakota High School basketball on Power 106.3.
Moeller Sheet Metal brings the heat and the heart to Clark. With over 30 years of experience, they're your trusted HVAC dealer and expert sheet metal fabrication company, delivering quality heating, ventilation, and HVAC solutions you can count on. But they don't stop there. Moeller Sheet Metal wishes good luck to the Clark in the South Dakota Class A Boys Basketball State Tournament. Experience, skill, service, and community pride. Moeller Sheet Metal.
Back on Power 106.3. 18-15 your score, 2:42 left to play. Second quarter. Offensively, right now, Stanley County is only shooting 22% from the field as a team, 5 of 23, but they've been able to make some free throws, 3 of 5. And Clark Willow Lake haven't shot much better, 8 of 21 from the field. Just sent. No three-pointers for the Cyclones so far in this first half. Not a team known for their three-point shooting is Clark Willow Lake, but they haven't been able to get it inside as much either. Their best offense has been actually in transition, as they've got at least 4 transition points today, as that first free throw from Brennan Bothwell is up and in. Second free throw from Bothwell gets it to go as well, so he goes 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, makes it 18-17 on the Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic scoreboard. Get back going offensively, a 2.5-minute scoring drought for the Cyclones. Top of the key, here's Jacob Steen. He's trying to go up top to Larson. That pass going to be deflected and stolen away. That's Carson Bourne making another play, making another impact play for Stanley County. Here's Paxton Deal, hands off with Bourne. Bourne, right wing, going to dribble around the arc. Feed it into Eddie Duffy, but that's going to be off the mark, and it's stolen away. Here's Larson in transition, gets it to Felberg. He floats it up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Begeman, goes back up, scores and one! Been sticking with it. Another offensive rebound for Clark Willow Lake, and Bo Begeman's going to be headed to the free throw line for an extra. That foul's going to be against Paxton Deal, his first team 2. First free throw from Begeman is no good. Rebound controlled by Stanley County. Here's Jack Deal. Gets it off to Paxton, top of the key. Deep three-pointer, no good. Rebound controlled by Felberg. Paxton Deal he scored the first 7 points of the game for the Buffaloes, has not scored since. He's been held in check here as the half has gone along. Begeman, right corner, drives baseline, pull-up jumper, no good, too strong. Rebound controlled by the Buffaloes. Here's Deal, top of the key, coming off a ball screen, gets it back to the right wing with Eddie Duffy. Duffy swings it around to Jack Deal, now gets it right back to Duffy. Curl into the basket, floats it up, no good, looked like it was deflected by Felberg. Begeman, left corner, gets it around to Larson, swinging around to Beavers. He'll drive towards the baseline off the right wing, goes up and under and scores on the reverse layup. Nice move there by Chris Beavers, and it's 22-17 Cyclones as we cross the 1-minute mark here in this second quarter. Coming up at halftime, it'll be the Jorgensen Meat Processing and Purple Cow halftime show. Paxton Deal drives to the free throw line, swings it back to Duffy on the left wing. Duffy working against Larson, gets 2 feet inside the lane, passes out to Deal, open for 3, no good. Felberg with the rebound, and a foul's going to be called as Felberg and Jax Hofteaser were battling up the foul, his first team 3. And it'll be Cyclone basketball with 40 seconds left in the quarter, just a 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. So the Cyclones can hold for the near final shot here in the half as Chris Beavers has it top of the down. 25-17 Cyclones. They balloon their lead up to 8. Largest lead of the day for Clark Willow Lake. 8 left in the half. Here's Paxton Deal, guarded by Steen. Steen has done a great job here in this game so far on Paxton Deal. Deal, screen, top of the key, drives, gets 2 feet in the lane, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound by Felberg. He's going to have a look at it. Felberg lets it fly, too strong. And we head to the locker room. Clark Willow Lake with a nice run at the end of the half. They lead 25-17 as we go to the locker room. Coming up next, it's the Jorgensen Meat Processing and Purple Cow halftime show. We'll get recap this first half, get you ready to go for half number 2 next here on Power 106.3.
If you're looking for the best steaks or brats for your grill, the best bacon you can imagine for breakfast, the best snack sticks or jerky, and the best custom beef, pork, or wild game processing, then you need to check out Jorgensen Meats. Once you've tried their fine products, you'll know why they're and expanding since 1989. Jorgensen Meat Processing and the Purple Cow in Waubay wishes all high school athletes best of luck in tonight's game.
All area athletes, whether you're heading to the game or celebrating a win. Fuel up with gas, hot stuff pizza, snacks, and more. Earn points that never expire for gas and washes. Plus, enjoy extra savings with our Pizza Club and Premium Perks card rewards. Sioux Valley Co-op is committed to our community and its athletes. Best of luck in your games. Sioux Valley Co-op is away.
Here's where the good ideas come from. Street Graphics, Main Street, Millbank, working with local schools to provide ideas and solutions for fundraising. They can customize a design just for you. T-shirts, printing, they do it all. They work in quantities from 1 to 5,000. Printing and promotions, they print on anything but paper. See them at streetgraphics.com. That's graphics with an EX. Main Street, Millbank, South.
Winter is the perfect time of year to tackle those home projects you've been dreaming about. With the professional plumbing team at Active Heating, updating your bathroom and kitchen is easy, whether it's new toilets, sinks, or faucets. We also install and reverse osmosis systems to keep your home running smoothly. For all your plumbing projects, trust the experts at Active Heating. Visit ActiveHeatingInc.com to get started. Active Heating, serving Watertown and Brookings.
Your vehicle's playbook running smoothly, just like a star quarterback who knows how to shift gears under pressure. Their expert team ensures your transmission and driveline perform at efficiency. Whether it's a quick fix or a full rebuild, they'll have you back on the road, executing every drive flawlessly with precision and power behind every move. They're your go-to team for keeping your vehicle in the game. Drive strong with automatic transmission and gear.
If you're experiencing shoulder pain, knee pain, lower back pain, or extremity injuries, it might be a good idea to consider reaching out to Body in Balance Chiropractic and Wellness and talk with Dr. Allison Dargetts about some services, which include kinesiology taping and cold laser therapy. It's also convenient that Body in Balance Chiropractic and Wellness offers Saturday hours. That can be helpful for people with busy schedules. If you're interested in their services, BODY, Body and Balance Chiropractic Wellness in Watertown.
Tired of keeping an eye on your propane tank? Take ordering off your to-do list with scheduled propane delivery from AgTegra. We'll monitor your tank levels and automatically schedule a refill delivery when you need it. No stress, just a confident supply of propane. Even better, sign up for Level Pay and enjoy equal average monthly payments to help you budget with ease. Save 20 cents a gallon compared to will call. Confident comfort starts with AgTegra Cooperative. Call AgTegra today at 605-225-6383 to get started.
Custom Fabricators Incorporated in Watertown. Of quality parts and great customer service, which you've come to depend on for over 30 years. They are continuing expanding to better serve their customers. Custom Fabricators is actively involved in community events, promoting and supporting Watertown and the surrounding areas. Custom Fabricators Incorporated of Watertown, the leader for all of your fabrication solutions.
Back on Power 106.3. It's halftime here at the Summit at the Monument, and you're listening to the Jorgensen Meat Processing and Purple Cow halftime show. I'm Micah Warrington. Clark Willow Lake out in front of Stanley County, 25-17. It has really been a defensive battle in this one so far. Clark Willow Lake seemed to find some offense later in the half. They are now shooting 42% from the field, but really the defense has been so good today. Clark Willow Lake has had to be patient offensively, working against that 2-3 zone that Stanley County likes to sit in, and they haven't been able, their team, what Clark Willow Lake wants to see, because they're not a team that shoots particularly well from the three-point line, only shoot about 27% as a team on the season. Their bread and butter is transition buckets, which they've been able to do at times here this evening, and pounding the rock inside. They have not been able to do that quite as well. They do have 25 points have come in the paint for Clark Willow Lake, but it's just not coming often enough. They're lucky that their defense has been so good tonight. They have held Stanley County to just 19% shooting from the field, 5 of 27 from the field, including 2 of 9 from the three-point line. Stanley County is just struggling to get any sort of good look at the rim, and you can credit the stout defense, the length of Clark Willow Lake. They're one of the biggest teams in the tournament across the board, like 6'3" or taller with length in 4 of their 5 starters. So a team that can really deflect shots just by standing there. It seems to have affected Stanley County, at least to the game so far to this point. But Stanley County, they have not backed down. They're actually got 7 offensive rebounds, out offensive rebounding Clark Willow Lake 7-6. But overall, Clark Willow Lake leads the rebounding team, very close in the rebounding battle. That'll be something to watch here as we move towards the second half. Emerson Larson and Chris Beavers each with 8 points for the Cyclones. Emerson Larson doing it efficiently. He's got 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Chris Beavers a little less efficient, 8 points on 3 of 6 shooting, but 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He's also had 3 rebounds and 3 helpers, so he's playing a good first half. Bo Begeman, 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting, 4 rebounds and 1 assist as well. Sully Felberg, not his best half of basketball, just 3 points on 1 of 8 shooting, but he does have 6 rebounds to his ledger as well. And he's a player that they're gonna count on as we move towards the second tonight as well. The blocks have really been nice for Clark Willow Lake here tonight as a team. They have 3 blocks in that first half. So you talk about the length. They're not just affecting shots by standing there. They are actually blocking some shots tonight as well. 25-17 your score with about 2 minutes to go here till the start of the second half. We're going to take a break. Thanks for listening to the Jorgensen Meat Processing and Purple Cow halftime show. Coming up next, your second half here on Power 106.3.
Brian's Glass, locally owned and operated with experience, offers a wide range of services for all your commercial and residential glass needs. From doors and windows to windshields and rock chip repairs, they've got you covered. Visit them Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 p.m. or Friday from 8 to 4 p.m. at Business Square, south of Lions Park in Watertown. Call 605-886-5328. Brian's Glass proudly supports local athletes and wishes you the best of luck.
Take a drive to Cornwell Drug and Gifts in Webster, where you can shop in a quiet atmosphere. Find some amazing novelty items like greeting cards, jewelry, shoes, bags, clothing, mats, activity books, and toys. Cornwell Drug and Gifts offers a great selection of home decor, soup mixes, sauces, jams, drink mixes, and chocolate. Find it all at Cornwell Drug and Gifts, 701 Main Street in Webster. Good luck, area athletes from Cornwell Drug.
World-class service with hometown friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Dave Haler Automotive. And when you come through our doors, we're going to treat you like family. Whether you're looking for a new vehicle from Chevrolet or one of our many nice pre-owned vehicles on our lot. You can also take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We offer a full service department, parts department, and a body shop to keep your vehicle on the road and running smoothly. We're conveniently located east online at HalerAuto.com.
Back on Power 106.3, start of the second half. Clark Willow Lake will have the basketball to start the second half, and this third quarter is brought to you by Westside Implement. Thank you to Westside Implement for being our third quarter sponsor here this evening. Clark Willow Lake going to start the same way they started the game with Steen, Felberg, and Larson. Stanley County going to start the same way as well with Bothwell, Duffy, Deal, Breitag, and Caldwell. Trevor Caldwell playing with 2 personal fouls, as is Chris Beavers and Emerson Larson for the Cyclones. So that's something to keep an eye on as we start this second half. Stanley County sticking with that 2-3 zone. Here's Steen, top of the key. Dishes over to the left wing with Beavers. Beavers goes up top to Felberg. Felberg goes up, got it knocked away, and they're going to say Duffy was out of bounds when he touched that basketball. So it'll be Cyclone basketball underneath, out of bounds. Shot clock. Inbound's going to go to Felberg. He lets it fly for 3, and he gets it to go. That's got to feel good for Sully Felberg as he knocks down his first triple of the night. Shoot, and it's 28-17. Right side, that's Duffy. Swings it around to the left wing with Bothwell. Bothwell back to top of the key. Breitag going to dribble over to the right, try to get it into the corner with Paxton Deal, and that is going to be deflected out of bounds. Jacob Steen getting his hand on that pass. You got to give credit. Jacob Steen and Emerson Larson have really done a nice job defensively. The Buffaloes are a team that want to get Paxton Deal and Eddie Duffy as many shots as possible. As here's Caldwell underneath, backs it out to Deal. His three-point shot in, out, and back out again. Boy, that one was halfway down. Rebound by Felberg. But Larson and Steen for Clark Willow Lake have really done a nice job defensively, just in man-to-man defense against Duffy and Deal tonight. As Larson tries his luck from 3, left corner, no good. Battle for the rebound is won by Felberg. Going to drive into the post, pass out to Begeman, 1 dribble, passes out to Larson, now over to Steen for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Deal, and Deal wants to run, and Jacob Steen trying to cut him off, going to get his hand in there and cause a foul, so that'll be against Jacob Steen, his first, team 1 here in the third quarter. And all things considered, that is not the worst thing that could have happened for Jacob Steen. In fact, it's actually a pretty smart play because now you get to set up your defense. This is a fast break opportunity, one-on-one between Deal and Steen. Instead of giving up the basket, he just fouls him, knowing that he's got some fouls to give. Here's Duffy into the lane, blocked by Begeman. Rebound controlled by Breitag, and Breitag driving to the cup. He's going to get called for the travel. So a turnover back to the Cyclones. Turnovers really haven't been that big of an issue so far today. So not great, but haven't ruined the game for anybody. Here's Beavers, top of the key, gets Begeman on the baseline. Begeman left block, back out to Beavers. It's stolen by Deal, and Beavers is going to get called for the foul. And that is going to be the 3rd personal foul on Chris Beavers. So he's got to be careful here in the third quarter not to pick up another. It'll be Buffalo's basketball. 6 minutes to play in the third. Left side, that's going to be Eddie Duffy. Duffy up top to Bothwell. Swings it around the arc to Deal in the corner. Open for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Felberg. Going to run the point. He's going to drive into the lane, float it up, and he gets it to go. That's textbook Sully Felberg as he runs the point, gets the lane, and scores. And a timeout is going to be called as the Buffaloes cross midcourt. 5:41 left to play, third quarter, 30-17 your score. This is an active heating timeout. You're listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament on Power 106.3.
Hey fans, you're surrounded by future leaders, future business owners, and future hometown heroes, both on the field and in the bleachers. That's why Evolution Power Sports and Marine is proud to stand behind our student athletes and the families who cheer them on. Because for us, it's not just about horsepower and machines, it's about building community, supporting tradition, and celebrating the next generation. So let's hear it one more time for the athletes. Visit evolutionpowersports.com, and whatever you do,
back on Power 106.3 out of the active heating timeout. It'll be Stanley County basketball trailing 30-17. It has been a 5-0 run to start this third quarter for Clark Willow Lake. Starting to play like defense and opportunistic offense. Here's Eddie Duffy, left side. He's going to drive, float it into the lane. No good. Rebound is rolled by Breitag, and a foul is going to be called. That's going to be against Clark Willow Lake. That'll go against Bo Begeman. And that's going to be his second, team third. So 5:21 left to play in the third. It'll be Stanley County basketball underneath out of bounds with the fresh 35. Inbound's going to go to Caldwell. He's going to score off the inbound play. And Caldwell, his first points of the night. A big 6'8" frame for Stanley County. Able to just muscle his way in there. Felberg got to get it across midcourt and does as he gets it off to Miles Olson. Molson finds Bo Begeman, and Begeman is able to score in the lane. 32-19. Nice offense there against the press by Clark Willow Lake. Here's Deal into the lane. Nice dish backside to Caldwell. He threaded the needle between Steen and Felberg. And now the Buffalo's going to stay in the pressure look. Felberg got to get it across midcourt. Just gets it to Olsen in time. And that is going to be, ooh, that was close. Maybe even could have been a 10-second violation. Shot clock. Miles Olsen near midcourt, guarded by Paxton Deal. Olsen looking for somewhere to go, gets it poked away, picked up by Larson. Larson swings it around to Steen. Now to Begeman, shot fake. He's going to drive, float it into Larson. He goes up, no good. Offensive rebound, Larson, and it's a fresh 35 for the Cyclones. 4:07 left to play, third quarter. Here's Felberg at the free throw. Trying to create space. Now he just turns, fades, puts it up on the rim. No good, but a foul's going to be called. That's going to go against Stanley County and Paxton Deal, and that'll get us to the media break. 32-21 your score, 3:58 left to play, third quarter. You are listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament on Power 106.3.
In the mood? Barbecue? Country Road Barn will satisfy your craving. They offer mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, pulled pork, and the juiciest chicken around. All seasoned perfectly. Sauce is a choice, not a necessity. With a kitchen serving from 5 to 9, Saturdays are reserved for events. Country Road Barn, located 7 miles north of Watertown. Everything's always better in the country. Country Road Barn. Area athletes, the best of luck this season.
Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic is proud to cheer on all of our area high school athletes. We know the dedication, teamwork, and heart it takes to compete. Just like caring for our four-legged friends, it's all about commitment and compassion. Win or lose, show respect for your teammates, opponents, coaches, and fans. Play hard, play fair, and make your community proud. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic is rooting for you all season long.
Back on Power 106.3 inside the automatic transmission and gear broadcast booth at the Summit Arena at the Monument. Out of the timeout, it'll be Cyclone basketball underneath out of bounds, right side of the hoop. Beavers 2 inbound, playing with those. Steen, but Paxton Deal had a beat on it. He gets the steal, goes up, and gets fouled in transition. So it'll be 2 free throws for Paxton Deal coming up. That's going to go against Jacob Steen, his second, team 4. And that is now the 9th turnover of the night for Clark Willow Lake. And just a case of Chris Beavers had nowhere to go with it, tried to get it to Steen near midcourt. But Paxton Deal had a beat on it, got the steal. First free throw from Deal is up and good, makes it 32-22. Just under halfway to go here in the third quarter. Clark Willow Lake in that second quarter outscored Stanley County 16-4. So far to this point, outscoring Stanley County 7-5. I think that's 7-6 as Deal knocks down the second free throw. Another turnover. Beavers throws a bad pass, and that's going to be a score from Paxton Deal. Makes it 32-25 now. So back-to-back turnovers cuts the lead down to 7. Now Clark Willow Lake's got to be more careful with the basketball as here's Beavers driving to the cup. He gets it to go. A burst of acceleration to get to the rim, and Beavers is able to rise and finish. Makes it 34-25. Left side, that is going to be Bourne. Bourne over to the right with Breitag. Breitag feeds it over to the left wing with Weston Prince. Prince, free throw line to Breitag. Short corner on the right side. Gets it back out to Bourne at the top of the key. Bourne with 9, working against Larson. He's going to drive. Shot from Prince is no good. Rebound controlled by, guess who? Sully Felberg. Felberg now with 10 rebounds here's Beavers going to the rim. He gets it to go once again, makes it 36-25. So quick 4-0 run there from the Cyclones as here's Duffy into the lane. Tries to pass out to Deal on the left corner. It's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Buffaloes. 2:37 left to play in the third quarter. It'll be a really awkward position to inbound the basketball in the corner. It'll be Paxton Deal to trigger the inbound for the Buffaloes. He'll get it into Eddie Duffy, left wing. Duffy gets to the free throw line. Passes out to Bourne. Now the ball being swung around. Here's Bothwell from the top of the key. Drives to the block. Passes out to Breitag. Free throw line jumper no good. Felberg 2 points away from a double-double for the Cyclones. Already has 10 rebounds. So here's Beavers in the left block. Fadeaway jumper gets it to go. He just rises over the shorter defender and scores something that he's so good at. And Beavers is up to 14 points for Clark Willow Lake. Chris Beavers, scoring 15 a game in his own right, is a very talented player. As here's Deal finding some space in the lane. He gets it to go, makes it 7. Clark Willow Lake in transition is able to get it up ahead to Larson, and Larson scores easily. So off a made basket, Clark Willow Lake gets fast points. It's 40-27. 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Bothwell, top of the key, hesitates, drives. His shot goes up, no good. Rebound Felberg, and Felberg crossover, gets into the front court. Now goes behind the back. Skip pass over to Steen, now to Beavers, open for 3. No good. Rebound controlled by Duffy. Duffy gets it up ahead to Deal now. He's going to pull up from the left wing, no good. Rebound by Breitag, goes up and he gets fouled. Oh, it'll be Tegan Breitag at the free throw line to shoot 2 after Jacob Steen picks up his 3rd personal foul. So now he's got to be a little careful getting into the quarter. It'll be Tegan Breitag at the line to shoot 2 for Stanley County. First free throw is up off the front of the iron, no good. Miles Olson into the game, as is Joey Reese. Steen and Begeman will both take a seat. Jack Deal is into the game for Stanley County. Bothwell takes a seat. Winner of this one moves on to play second semifinal game tomorrow night here at the Summit at the Monument. Second free throw from Breitag, no good. Offensive rebound by Stanley County. Deal driving from the left wing. He's going to drive, and he got it knocked away. That was Miles Olson getting his hand in there, but as Olson was stealing the basketball, he was also simultaneously stepping out of bounds. So it'll stay Buffalo basketball. Inbound to Breitag, top of the key. This is over to the left wing with Deal. Deal comes off a high ball screen. Comes up and scores. Got Felberg to fly by, as now we're going to have another turnover as Felberg's pass just went through the hand of Chris Beavers, and it'll be Buffalo basketball. So this press is starting to cause some issues. And that was just, basic basketball that there are lots of concentration for the Cyclones on that play. Inbound is going to go to Breitag near the to Deal. Deal swings it over into the corner with Jack Deal. Deal to Bourne, top of the key, gets his screen. And now he turns the corner, jump stops at the block, floats it up. Round and round it goes and finally falls out. Rebound is going to be controlled by Chris Beavers. Felberg, top of the key, hands it off with Larson. Larson's back to the right. Felberg fading away, floats it up, no good. On the rebounding action, we're going to have a foul. Bo Beckerman actually grabbed that rebound for Clark Willow Lake. That'll be on Carson Bourne. That'll be his first, team 2. And with 19.5 seconds left in the quarter, Clark Willow Lake can hold for the final shot. Inbound is going to go to Felberg. Felberg gets it back to Beavers, and Beavers gave a shot fake. And flying out was Jack Deal, and Deal actually got upended. Beavers, both of them hit the deck, and Deal is going to pick up the foul. That's going to be his second, team 3. A dangerous play for both players, really, especially for Jack Deal, though, who was flying out to contest the shot, and now Deal's actually going to have to come out of the game. He's got some blood, so he'll Bothwell back in for Stanley County. Here's Felberg with 12, right wing. He's just going to pull up for 3, too strong. Offensive rebound, Larson, and he gets it to go. Emerson Larson doing it all for Clark Willow Lake tonight. 2 seconds left. Eddie Duffy got it stolen away at midcourt. So there will be no shot at the end of the quarter. 42-29 your score at the end of 3. Clark Willow Lake out in front of Stanley County. You're listening to the State 6.3.
AGI's all-new MKX2 Series swing-away augers are proven to help you move more grain efficiently. The MKX2 Series is built for durability, serviceability, and versatility. With AGI's MKX2 Series, you can choose the speed you need. In various lengths, the 10-inch tube gets you up to 6,600 bushels per hour, the 13-inch tube up to 11,000 bushels per hour, and the 16-inch tube capacity at 23,000 bushels per hour. Contact Westside Implement in Clark, South Dakota for more information today.
When the job calls for moving earth and getting a site ready the right way, call Clausen Demolition, small site prep, and dependable gravel hauling services to keep your project moving forward. From large-scale groundwork to smaller jobs that need done right. Construction has the equipment and the experience to handle it, and they're proud to support the Cyclones in the State A High School Basketball Tournament. Good luck, Cyclones, from Clausen Construction and Watertown.
Start of the fourth quarter on Power 106.3. It'll be Stanley County basketball trailing Clark Willow Lake 42-29. This quarter is brought to you by our friends at Custom Fabricators. Thank you to Custom Fabricators for being our fourth quarter sponsor here this evening. Here's Eddie Duffy. He has been held in check tonight. Just 4 points for the junior. Here's got it swatted away. And now Clark Willow Lake is coming back the other way. Left side, Steen feeds it to Begeman on the left wing. Begeman to Beavers inside. He goes up and scores. Nice drop step move there. And now Chris Beavers has got a post game. He's a guard, but at 6'3", he can play in the post a little bit, and that's where he's been most effective tonight. Here's a pointer by Deal, no good. Offensive rebound, Stanley County. Paxton Deal back into the lane, blocked by Felberg, and Felberg comes down with the rebound. And Sully can just defensively on the... Not to mention he's a great scorer as well, even though he's only got 8 points here tonight. Here's Larson, right wing. He's going to drive and swing off to Beavers. Beavers, hero step into the lane, scores with the left. Makes it 46-29. Working quickly, it's Stanley County. That's Bothwell into the lane. Tries to pass it out to Deal, but Jacob Steen gets his hand. He gets fouled. So Jacob Steen will get to the free throw line to shoot 2. After that foul is on Paxton Deal. That's going to be his third, team 1 here in the fourth quarter. First free throw from Jacob Steen is up. No good. 46-29 your score. 6:39 left to play fourth quarter on the Glacier Lakes Veterinary Clinic scoreboard. Carson Bourne returns for Stanley County. Second free throw is up and can't get that one to fall either. He goes 0 for 2 from the line tonight. Steen, while he's only got 1 point tonight, has really made an impact on the defensive end guarding Paxton Deal. Here's Bourne driving in on the right side, gets to the block and draws a foul. It's going to be a blocking foul against Bo Begeman. That's going to be his third, team 1 here in the fourth quarter. Paxton Deal to inbound underneath on the right side. Inbound's going to go to Breitag on the right block. Now the double comes from Beavers. Breitag lost it for a moment, picks it up, passes out to Duffy. 3-point shot, no good. Begeman with the rebound, and he's going to go into transition. Passes backside to Larson. Larson gives a head fake. Scores easily. Emerson Larson up to 14 points on the night. And a timeout's going to be called by Stanley County. 48-29 your score. 6:08 left to play, fourth quarter. This is an active heating timeout. You're listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament on Power 106.3.
My mom saved heroes thousands.
Our mom, Jody Fiedler, has given thousands of dollars to local heroes.
If you're in the military, a veteran, teacher, police officer, firefighter, or in the medical profession, you will save money when buying or selling your home.
Call Jody Fiedler at Main Street Melody 881-5585.
Call my mommy today.
Jody, Fiedler, Watertown's, Realtor.
Dakota Butcher is cheering loud for the Clark Willow Lake Cyclones as they charge into the South Dakota Class A Boys Basketball State Tournament. Whether you're heading to the games, hosting a victory party, Dakota Butcher has you covered with premium cuts, game day snacks, and everything you need to feed your crew. From our team to yours, best of luck Cyclones. Dakota Butcher is proud to cheer you on at State.
Back inside the automatic transmission and gear broadcast booth on Power 106.3, KPHR, Ortonville, Millbank, and Watertown. You're listening to the Class A Boys State Basketball Tournament, the final quarter of the day going on right now. Number 3, Clark Willow Lake leading number 6, Stanley County, 48-29. Largest lead of the day for Clark Willow Lake. Just 6 minutes to play in this ball game. Here's Breitag at the free throw line for Stanley County. He'll square up, drive, now fade. His shot blocked once again by Felberg. Sully Felberg. Clark Willow Lake. There's pass up ahead to Begeman. He's just going to shoot the turnaround jumper at the free throw line. And why not, as he rises and scores. Makes it 50-29. Eddie Duffy gets to the right block, passes out to Breitag. Mid-range jumper no good. Rebound controlled by Stanley County. Carson Bourne feeds Breitag underneath. He goes up and scores against Felberg. 50-31 your score. Right now, Eddie Duffy, who's averaging 20 a game for Stanley County, he has been held to just 4 points on 2 of 3. Beavers drives into the lane, goes up, draws the foul, and one. 52-31 now. That one's going to be against Paxton Deal, his fourth, team 2 here in the fourth quarter, and Miles Olson is going to get set to check in if Beavers makes this free. Now, these are the moments where, if you're the free throw shooter, do you think about missing on purpose, get a few more playing time? As Beavers does miss it. I don't think he did it on purpose, but he'll stay. Here's Eddie Duffy on the other end, passes out to Bourne. 3-point shot on the way, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Steen. Right now, Stanley County as a team just 11 of 48 from the field shooting. Beavers steps back, lost a defender. Good help defense. He has to pass out. Here's Begeman in the right corner. Beavers, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Felberg left wing, hands off with Begeman. Begeman gets a screen at the top of the key, feeds Felberg on the block. He goes up and scores off the window. Sully Felberg now with a double-double as he's got 10 points and 11 rebounds for the Cyclones. Paxton Deal, top of the key, dishes over to the right wing. That's Jack Deal. Deal drives inside, goes up and draws a foul. So Jack Deal will be headed to the free throw line to shoot 2. And that'll be the second against Sully Felberg, and that'll get us to the immediate timeout. 54-31 your score, 4:09 left to play fourth quarter. You're listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament, Power 106.3.
Anytime is a good time for breakfast at Page's Place. Breakfast served all day. Enjoy a full menu, evening specials, and soups. Treat the whole family with dine-in, carry-out, curbside, and DoorDash options. You'll receive the best service in town at Page's Place. Page and staff proudly support youth sports and wish all area athletes a successful season. Visit Page's Place Cafe and Grill across from McKinley Park in Watertown or follow on Facebook.
Tony's Electric in Willow Lake is your MVP for all things electrical. Farm and ranch, new and existing residential, commercial, industrial, and everything in between. From a simple outlet addition to courtside worthy lighting, Tony's is the team you can rely on. Don't foul out messing around with amateurs. Choose Tony's Electric for a game-winning wiring plan. Tony's Electric in Willow Lake, 605-680-4884.
Back on power 3, 4:09 left to play in this fourth quarter. Clark Willow Lake leading 54-31 over Stanley County. Out of the timeout, it'll be Jack Deal to shoot 2 free throws. Deal tonight. What's he done? He's got 1 point, hasn't shot from the field, but he does have a free throw make as that one goes up no good. He was the one that shot the free throws for Breitag when Breitag had to check out of the game for a nose. Second free throw from Deal is up and good, makes it 54-32. Now Stanley County going to bring a bit of pressure. It's been successful tonight, and it's successful there as Deal and Duffy goes up and gets fouled. Jacob Steen picks up his 4th personal foul, 3rd team foul. That is another turnover for Clark Willow Lake, the 12th of the day for the Cyclones. So turnover's been a bit of an issue for Clark Willow Lake, especially here in the second half. First free throw from Duffy is up and good, makes it 54-33. Beavers back into the game. Miles Olson will take a seat. He is up and good. Makes it 54-34. Lead down to 20. 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. Beavers working against the press. To get it over to Felberg. Felberg being patient. Right back to Beavers, and Beavers crosses midcourt. Lost the handle for a moment, but able to regain control. He'll dish off to Larson, left corner, wide open lane to drive, and he takes it and scores. Emerson Larson up to 16 points on the night on 8 of 11 shooting. Here's Eddie Duffy driving. He's going to lose his footing, lose the basketball as well. Larson comes up with it for Clark Willow Lake, and the Cyclones are coming back the other way. Left side, here's Begeman, gets a screen. He'll hop into the air, get it back to Beavers. Beavers going to drive, float one up, no good, but a foul is going to be called as Beavers is going to get slapped on the arm, so he'll get to go to the free throw line for 2. That foul against Eddie Duffy, his first, team 3, and it'll be 2 free throws for Chris Beavers. First free throw from Beavers is up and good. Makes it 57-34. Chris Beavers, he's had a good night tonight. He's up to 21 points. It's his second. Lead all scores for Chris Beavers. So productive night for the junior. Eddie Duffy on the right wing, guarded by Larson, who has done a spectacular job. Duffy, step back 3, no good. Rebound by Felberg. Chris Beavers will bring things up as the clock dips below 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Beavers, top of the key, going to drive towards the right side, get into the lane, float it up and in. Chris Beavers, a 24-point night so far. Playing spectacularly here tonight. Here's a drive by Jack Deal across the baseline, fed Breitag near the hoop. He got it stolen away. Back the other way, it's Felberg, and Felberg gets it to go through the contact. Sully is up to 12. Left side, here is Paxton Deal. Going to drive, float it up off the backboard, no good. Rebound by Beavers. And Beavers got 6 rebounds and 4 assists on his total as well. Step back 2 from Felberg, no good. Larson with the rebound, goes up and scores. 2 minutes to play, and we're going to have a timeout called by Stanley County to get some substitutes in, as Clark Willow Lake now leads by 30, 64-34 on the Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic scoreboard. Both teams going to empty part of their. Now we're going to actually take the timeout. Well, this is an active heating timeout. 2:03 left to play, fourth quarter. You're listening to the State A Boys Basketball Tournament on Power 106.3.
From everyone at Wordle Concrete Construction in Clark, best of luck to the Clark Willow Lake Cyclone boys as you take to the court at the State A Basketball Tournament. Your hard work, teamwork, and determination have made your community proud. Play tough, stay focused, and leave it all on the floor. The entire Clark and Willow Lake communities are cheering you on every step of the way. Go Cyclones and bring home a big win at State. Wordle Concrete Construction is proud of you all.
From Friday night lights to packed gyms and roaring crowds, high school sports brings our community together in the best way. At Riddle's Glass in Watertown, their coaches, your hard work, dedication, and teamwork inspire us every day. Whether you're chasing championships or simply playing for the love of the game, we're cheering you on. Here's to a season filled with sportsmanship, effort, and hometown pride. Riddle's Glass in Watertown, a proud supporter of our area athletes.
Back out Power 106.3, 2:03 left to play in this one. Clark Willow Lake up 64-34. They are on their way to the semi. After not winning a game at the state tournament last year, Clark Willow Lake is going to get a win here in the first round. They'll get to play West Central, a team that they played earlier in the year. As here's the top of the key dribble by Joel Malm into the game. Now over to James Fosham. To Caldwell, and Trevor Caldwell is going to go up and get fouled for the Buffaloes. But Clark Willow Lake, they've only got 2 losses on the year. both to the top 2 seeds here at the state tournament in Sioux Falls Christian and West Central. Well, Clark Willow Lake will have a chance to redeem one of those losses tomorrow night if they're able to knock off the Trojans in tomorrow night's semifinal, as Caldwell's first free throw is up no good. Caldwell hasn't played a lot of minutes tonight. He's been in foul trouble for the majority of the night. 4 points to his ledger, however, as his second free throw is off the front iron, no good. Miles Olson gets the rebound, and he is going to get fouled by Weston Prince. That's going to be his first, team 4 here in the fourth quarter. 1:38 left to play in the fourth. And normally, with a 30-point game, we would have a running here at the state tournament for television and scheduling purposes. No running clock at the state tournament. Once you get here, well, you get to play the full minutes. Here's a three-point attempt, no good. That was Will Hovde. Offensive rebound by Clark Willow Lake. Joey Reese from the left block. He's going to go up, can't score. Rebound controlled by Stanley County. Top of the key. Here's Weston Prince. Going to pass off to Caldwell at the free throw line. He's going to work a move. Caldwell goes up. Heck, gets it to go. Nice move there by. Gets it to 64-36. So we're under a minute to play, and as Miles Olson crosses the midcourt line, we're going to have a substitution timeout called by Coach Nesham. Stanley County going to stick with their 5, but it's a fresh 5 for Clark Willow Lake as number 13 Max Bratland is into the game, as is Kai Vander. Is in there, Jackson Stormo, and Mason Knock for the Cyclones. Left side, here's driving towards the baseline, and he's going to get called for the travel. So it'll be a turnover back to Stanley County. Another substitution for Stanley County as Chase Meyer checks into the game for the Buffaloes. 39 seconds remaining in this one, and Clark Willow Lake will be headed on to the semifinal tomorrow night. Left side, that's James Fosham, gets it to Caldwell at the mid-post. His floater is up, no good. Rebounded by the Cyclones. Shot clock is turned off. Here's Bratland, top of the key. Dishes over to Knock. Knock to the left wing with Vandersnick. Back to Atkins, long three-point jumper, no good. Rebound controlled by Clark Willow Lake, and we're going to have a foul called. So Mason Knock was trying to pass it out. Team foul, so Mason Knock will get some free throws. That foul's going to go against Chase Meyer, his first, team 5. So Mason Knock will get to shoot 2 for the Cyclones. First free throw from Knock is up and good. Back into the game for Stanley County, Jacob Meyer, as is Jax Hoff. Second free throw from Knock, got it to go. Makes it 66-36. Driving into the lane, here's a floater, no good. Rebound controlled by the Cyclones, and Clark Willow Lake will be headed to the semifinals tomorrow night. 66-36, your final score. When we come back, it'll be the Pages Place postgame show, where we'll have our Sharp Automotive player of the game. That's coming up next here on Power 106.3.
Insurance family congratulates the Clark Willow Lake Cyclones on earning a spot in the state tournament. Your hard work, dedication, and team spirit have brought you this far, and we couldn't be more proud. Good luck as you take the court. Our entire community is cheering you on. Go Cyclones.
Sharp Automotive in Watertown is proud to cheer on all our local high opening whistle to the final buzzer. They admire your dedication, teamwork, and drive for success. Just like on the court or field, Sharp Automotive delivers reliability and performance with their wide selection of new and used vehicles. Stop by today to let their friendly team help you find the perfect ride. Good luck, athletes. Keep pushing, keep shining, keep winning.
Moeller Sheet Metal brings the heat and the heart to Clark. With over 30 years of experience, they're your trusted HVAC dealer and expert sheet metal fabrication company, delivering quality heating, ventilation, and HVAC solutions you can count on. But they don't stop there. Moeller Sheet Metal wishes good luck to the Clark Willow Lake Cyclones as they compete in the South Dakota Class A Boys Basketball State Tournament. Experience, skill, service, and community pride. Moeller Sheet Metal.
Steaks or brats for your grill, the best bacon you can imagine for breakfast, the best snack sticks or jerky, and the best custom beef, pork, or wild game processing, then you need to check out Jorgensen Meats. Once you've tried their fine products, you'll know why their business has been in operation and expanding since 1989. Jorgensen Meat Processing and the Purple Cow in Waubee wishes all high school athletes best of luck in tonight's game.
Sioux Valley Co-op is proud to support all area athletes, whether you're heading to the game or celebrating a win. Fuel up with gas, hot stuffed pizza, snacks, and more. Earn points that never expire for gas and car washes. Plus, enjoy extra savings with our Pizza Club and Premium Perks card rewards. Sioux Valley Co-op is committed to our community and its athletes. Best of luck in your games. Sioux Valley Co-op is cheering you on every step of the way.
Here's where the good ideas come from. Street Graphics, Main Street, Millbank, working with local schools to provide ideas and they can customize a design just for you. T-shirts, trophies, banners, buttons, contract printing, they do it all. They work in quantities from 1 to 5,000. Printing and promotions, they print on anything but paper. See them at streetgraphics.com. That's graphics with an EX. Main Street, Millbank, South Dakota, streetgraphics.com.
Winter is the perfect time of year to tackle those home projects you've been dreaming about. With a professional plumbing team at Active Heating, updating your bathroom and kitchen is easy, whether it's new toilets, sinks, or faucets. We also install water softeners, water heaters, and reverse osmosis systems to keep your home running smoothly. For all your plumbing projects, trust the experts at Active Heating. Visit activeheatinginc.com to get started. Watertown and Brookings.
At Automatic Transmission and Gear, they keep your vehicle's playbook running smoothly. Just like a star quarterback who knows how to shift gears under pressure, their expert team ensures your transmission and driveline perform at peak efficiency. Whether it's a quick fix or a full rebuild, they'll have you back on the road, executing every drive flawlessly with precision and power behind every move. They're your go-to team for keeping your vehicle in the game. Drive strong with Automatic Transmission and Gear.
If you're experiencing shoulder pain, knee pain, lower back pain, or extremity injuries, it might be a good idea to consider reaching out to Body in Balance Chiropractic and Wellness and talk with Dr. about some services, which include kinesiology taping and cold laser therapy. It's also convenient that Body in Balance Chiropractic and Wellness offers Saturday hours. That can be helpful for people schedules. If you're interested in their services, contact them at 878-BODY. Body and Balance Chiropractic Wellness in Watertown.
Tired of keeping an eye on your propane tank? Take ordering off your to-do list with scheduled propane delivery from AgTegra. We'll monitor your tank levels and automatically schedule a refill delivery when you need it. No stress, just a confident supply of propane. Even better, sign up for Level Pay and enjoy equal average monthly payments to help you budget with ease. Plus, scheduled delivery and Level Pay customers save 20 cents a gallon compared to will call. Call AgTegra today at 605-225-6383 to get started.
Back on Power 106.3, you were listening to the Pages Place postgame show. I'm Micah Warrington, and Clark Willow Lake is going to the semifinals after they get the 66-36 win over Stanley County. It was a dominant performance by Clark Willow Lake tonight. They started off a little slow offensively, scored just 9 points in the first quarter, but as the game got along, their offense settled in, and they were able to extend their never faulted them all night long. Actually outscored Stanley County 16-4 in the second quarter to get a 15-17 or a 25-17 lead at the break. And then they outscored Stanley County 17-12 in the third quarter, and then a big fourth quarter, 24-7. Clark Willow Lake outscored Stanley County. Big night for Chris Beavers as he scores 24 points on 10 of 14 shooting, including 1 of 4 from the three-point line. 6 rebounds, 4 assists for the junior. He was fantastic all night long. 4 players actually score in double figures for Clark Willow Lake. Emerson Larson added 18, Sully Felberg with 12, and Bo Begeman with 10 for Clark Willow Lake. Mason Knock, he added those other 2 points that you're missing there on your stat sheet. So it was a dominant performance by Clark Willow Lake. They showed why they share the ball so much. They showed that they can just dominate and suffocate you defensively like they did all night long, holding Stanley County to just 22% shooting from the field and 13% from three. Eddie Duffy and Paxton Deal are 2 players that really want to jack it up from threes. They shot 15 threes between the 2 of them, and they only made 2 of them tonight. So it was a really good defensive performance by tasked with guarding Deal and Duffy tonight, and they both did a fantastic job holding them a combined 7 for 32 from the field. So that's good defense right there, and that's why Clark Willow Lake is going to be playing in the semifinal tomorrow night. All right, let's name our Sharp Automotive Player of the Game. Tonight's Sharp Automotive Player of the Game it's going to have to go to Chris Beavers. 24 points on 10 of 14 shooting, had 6 rebounds, 4 helpers as well. Played a good defensive game tonight as well. Even though he wasn't tasked to guard Deal or Duffy tonight, he still made an impact on that end of the court. So Chris Beavers is your Sharp Automotive Player of the Game. Power 106.3, we are going to be back here in the Summit Arena at the Monument tomorrow night for semifinal Friday. First game, Hamlin and Sioux Falls Christian. Second game between Clark Willow Lake and West Central. Should be a really fun night of basketball tomorrow night, and Power 106.3 will have coverage. So be sure to tune in on Power 106.3, the 605 radio app, or we'll have our audio stream up and running on our YouTube page as well. So be sure to tune in to the semifinal games tomorrow night on Power 106.3. But for tonight, that's going to do it for us. I'm Micah Warrington, and for everyone at Power 106.3.
Thank you to our sponsors for allowing us to put on this game. Active Heating, Body and Balance Chiropractic and Wellness, Glass, Cornwell Drug, Country Road Barn, Street Graphics, Dave Haler Automotive, Glacial Lakes Veterinary Clinic, Evolution Power Sports, Page's Place Cafe and Grill, Riddle's Glass, Sioux Valley Co-op, Jorgensen's Meat Processing and the Purple Cow, Westside Implement, Automatic Transmission and Gear, Mainstream Realty, Sharp Automotive, Custom Fabricators, and AgTegra. Thank you to our Clark Willow Lake sponsors, Tony Clausen Construction Incorporated, Dakota Butcher, Moeller Sheet Metal, Wordle Concrete Construction, and Wishart Insurance. Thank you. Mainstream Realty, Sharp Automotive, Custom Fabricators, and AgTegra. Thank you to our Clark Willow Lake sponsors, Tony Clausen Construction Incorporated, Dakota Butcher, Moeller Sheet Metal, Wordle Concrete Construction, and Wishart Insurance. Thank you.